Perfect. Ready, Poti?
Ready.
Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hi, Poti.
Yes, this is he.
Hi, Poti. This is Justin with Globe Life Local 277. We work in cooperation with the Veteran Service Organization to get your will kit and burial package out to you and your family. Now, the reason I'm calling you here, Poti, is because you did receive your online request for your will kit and burial package. Now, just to confirm, your security keyword here is listed is pineapple. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, perfect. So, Poti, they do have your benefits package processed, and I'm just trying to find the best time to go over this, both you and your spouse. Now, did you or your spouse request this?
I did.
You did. Okay, no worries. Are you married? Or do you have a significant other?
I am.
Okay, great. And what's their name?
Her name is Reagan.
Okay, awesome, perfect. Now, this doesn't take long, but it is important. Now, the only problem is that my schedule does get full from all the other families that I do have to see. Now, let me check though. You're still at the 123 Main Street address, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, very good. Now, Poti, they are allowing us now to cover this veterans package virtually. Are you familiar with Zoom?
Yes, I am. But do we have to do it through Zoom?
Yeah, so it's the virtual meeting platform that we all use, the teachers use. You just need to have it downloaded on your phone or tablet. Honestly, I'm going to text you over a link now. And all you have to do is click on it and it'll connect us directly. So, are you and Reagan together now?
We actually are.
Okay, great. Let's go and get this taken care of now. Let me send you over my Zoom link so I can help you set that up. Let me know when you get my text.
Okay, I got it.
You got my text? Okay, great. So since you're not familiar with Zoom, don't have it, just click on my link there. It's going to bring you over to the App Store or Google Play Store. Do you have an Android or iPhone?
I have an iPhone.
iPhone, so it's going to bring you to the App Store. Make sure you click on that, and then you'll see the link there or the icon will say get. So like get the app for Zoom. So go ahead and click on that for me and begin the download. Let me know once it's done.
All right. So all
Right.
set.
Okay, fantastic. Go ahead and go back to my text message. Click on my link one more time. It's gonna put you right into my waiting room. Let me know. Let me know once you do that.
Okay.
Awesome, perfect. So I see my waiting room here, Poti. I'm gonna go ahead and let you in here in a second. Make sure you grab Reagan for me too. Like I said, these benefits apply to her as well. Grab her for me.
Hey, Reagan.
Okay, very good. Perfect.
Hey,
You guys are in my
yo.
Zoom room. Awesome. Good to see you on here, Poti. Nice to meet you face to face. And of course, Reagan, this must be Reagan. Nice to meet you too. Now, Poti, I know you're the one that requested the veterans burial and burial will kit and everything. So which branch did you serve in as a in the service?
Air Force.
Air Force, very good. And how many years were you in the Air Force?
I was there for 6 years.
6 years. Thank you for your service. Are you a member of the VSO, of the AVSO, American Legion? You are?
Yes, the VSO. Yes.
Good to hear. Good, perfect. And then Reagan, are you a veteran yourself?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. What do you do for work?
Teacher.
You're a teacher. Awesome. Are you part of the union?
Yes.
Awesome. How long have you been part of the union for?
About 5 years.
5 years. Awesome. Well, it's good to have you guys on here. Poti, did you read your the VSO letter that they should have sent over to you regarding your will kit?
I, I did. Yes.
You did very good. And you guys are probably only wondering a little bit as to why I'm here today then, right? Now, I'm not sure if I even told you this over the phone, but I'm actually the benefits representative for all of for all the veterans. So not only we take care of the permanent benefits for your VSO, we take care of the permanent benefits for the policemen, firemen, electricians, teachers, and all 43,000 different unions and associations. Now, guys, what they mean by permanent is that everybody has benefits through work. But once you leave your job, you change your careers, you retire, those benefits do go away. So a few years back, your union president realized that all the other local unions in your area, your VSO president realized that all the other local, veterans in the area have, or members in the area already have permanent benefits in place. So he signed a contract so that you and your family can receive the same permanent benefits that all other members are already receiving. Now, guys, these permanent ones, they do fill in the gaps you already have through work. So whenever you change jobs or retire, you have to take these permanent ones with you and they don't expire. Does that make sense to both of you?
Yes.
Great.
Mhm.
Now, Poti and Reagan, I do have your entire no-cost burial package from your VSO for American Legion. I'm gonna go over that with you guys first, and I fill everything properly. Now, the second and most important reason I'm here, though, is I'm gonna see if you guys can actually qualify for those permanent benefits. I will let you guys both know right now they are hard to qualify. Most people themselves, they don't. Is that fair?
Fair.
Very good. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen with you guys. Let me know when you can see my side.
Yep.
Fantastic. So the first thing I want to make sure I cover with you guys here is that health savings discount card sponsored by your VSO. This is what it looks like here. Now this does here, guys, this isn't health insurance itself, but it does save you that extra little bit of money on healthcare products, namely anything from pharmacy, vision, dental, even to some vitamins here. It can save you upwards of 10 to 85% off those healthcare products. Now, all you guys need to do, it's very simple. Go to this website, enter in this access code, and call this 1-800 number to see if it works for providers. Okay, use it on top of any health insurance you already have. Okay, now they also want to make sure that I cover with you guys here the 3 important facts that do come with being a veteran. The first one being here, I'm just going to zoom in weird. There we go. The first one being here is that you may not reserve a space in your veteran national cemetery ahead of time. As you know, the VA does operate out of 143 national cemeteries, of which only 77 are currently open for both new casting and cremation interments, and only 17 makes up new interments of cremated remains only. This is very slim pickings for you. This is the first main fact here. The second thing is that burial in the VA National Cemetery does include, of course, an assigned grave site, opening and closing of your grave liner for casket remains, a headstone or a marker, and of course, care at no cost to your family. And the last thing the VA would like you to let you know here is that the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, it does not cover all of the funeral cremation arrangements of honorably discharged veterans. So with that being said, there is a short video from your VSO that I want to make sure I play with you guys here. I just do need to go ahead and just do this really quick so you guys can see it and hear it clearly. Here we go.
There's over 20 million veterans.
Oh, I forgot. Give me 1 second.
There's over 20 million veterans in this country. Less than 10% know what they're entitled to through the VA. Please take a few moments and sponsor the veterans in your community.
Awesome. Perfect. So guys, as you mentioned, we do need your help. So there are too many veterans out there not knowing what they're entitled to. So the VSO and Globe Life are asking for your help in sponsoring all of your fellow veterans so they can receive the same benefit package information that you're currently receiving. Now that way we can help protect and educate our nation's veterans. So let's start with your top 5 veterans that you'd like to for sure help educate. You can always do more, but who would that first person be for you, Poti, that you want to make sure you get taken care of? Who's that first person?
So his name is John
Last name?
Smith.
And what's his relationship to you? Friend?
Just a friend.
Okay. Is he married to a significant other?
Yes.
He is. Awesome. Also in California?
Yes.
Who's next after him?
Robert
Last name?
Johnson.
Also another friend?
Correct.
Is he married to a significant other?
Yes.
Also in California?
Correct.
Perfect. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? They can keep going past 5. Cool. Perfect. So we'll make sure to get in contact here with John and Robert to make sure we go over the same information that we just did with you. Okay. But continuing along here, guys, I want to make sure I cover your actual burial and will kit for your veterans here. Now, this is what that pamphlet will look like for you. In these pamphlets, there are some extensive information for you to go over. I don't necessarily, but I do want to make sure I highlight a few key areas with you, just to make sure you guys know how to fill this out. The first area is your persons to be notified. So for you, Poti, who'd be like your top 5 people in the local area that can be there for you in the event of an emergency or even death? Who's that first person for you?
I'll start with my dad, Philip.
Philip, Philip, or 2 L's?
1 L. Yeah, 1 L.
1 L. And same last name?
Correct.
Very good. Is he still married?
Yes.
Also in California, obviously. Very good. And who's next after Philip?
My aunt Belinda.
Belinda.
Mm-hmm.
Same last name?
Last name Lee, Leigh.
Very good. This is your aunt. Is she married, have a significant other?
No,
Also in California?
correct.
So who's next? Who's next? Who's next? And then for yourself, Reagan, who are your top 5 emergency contacts in the local area that can be there for you in the event of emergency or even death? Who's that first one for you?
My first one is my father,
First name?
Jeffrey,
Jeffrey or Rey?
Erey.
Erey. Awesome. And then same last name as you, Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very good. And then is he married? Still married?
No.
Awesome. But also in California?
Yep.
Very good. Who's next after him?
My sister,
First name?
Morgan.
Same last name?
Yes.
And is she married, have a significant other?
No.
No. Also in California?
Yep.
Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Okay. So for person to be notified, guys, 5 and 5, so 10 total, plus the VA, plus the veterans people that you collected. So you'll have probably around 15 or so plus these right off the bat. Okay, cool. The second section I want to make sure I cover with you guys here is your estate information, namely regarding your guys' life insurance. Who do you guys currently have your life insurance through right now?
I have mine through work.
Through work, and how about for yourself, Reagan?
Through work as well.
Through work as well. Well, like I mentioned before, guys, anything you have through work or through the VSO, it is temporary. So you want to write that here in pencil. But if you qualify for the union's permanent benefits, you can actually write that here in pen. It doesn't expire, fills in the gaps you don't already have through work or the VSO, and you can actually build up that immediate estate for you. Now, the final section that I want to make sure I cover with you guys here is your funeral service requests. Now, this section, it can be strange for some people, but it's also the most important one. Have you guys ever had to plan a funeral before?
No.
No. I'm sure, as you guys know, though, it's one of the hardest things we do have to do in our lifetimes, right? Do you guys have an idea if you want to be cremated or buried?
Buried for me.
Cremated.
Cremated. So either way, guys, cremations or burials, they do run very expensive. Cremations can be anywhere from, I think it's like $6,000 to $10,000 now, and then burials can be anywhere from 15 to 25. But just remind me a little bit later, part of the veterans' permanent benefits here, namely what's called the freedom of choice, does actually cover the entire cost for your cremation or your burial. All you guys need to do is qualify for it, and you can write that here in pen at the bottom right here. Do you guys have any questions for me regarding this or any of the benefits we've went over before?
Not at this time.
Nope.
Not so far? Awesome. So all you guys need to do with this pamphlet is make sure you get it signed, dated, and notarized at your local bank. You guys have one you can just walk into, correct? A local bank?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. So make sure you do that there to make this legal document for you. Now, Poti and Reagan, because you're in good standing with the VSO, you are allowed to extend out this entire no-cost package to the people that are closest to you. Now, they'd be receiving is, of course, that your burial and will kit through the veterans and that $2,000 accidental death dismemberment policy. And if they're not necessarily a veteran, they'll get this will kit, so it's more civic to the our citizens. So with that being said, like, you can't do everybody, as you guys know. They do have to qualify. They have to be 18 years of age or older, and they cannot be in trouble with the law. So we'll start with your close family first, then take care of your friends, and of course your coworkers. Now, Poti, I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and activate your fellow veterans and your emergency contacts as priority. And same thing with you, Reagan. I'll activate your emergency contacts as priority first, so they're already taken care of. Who is your next? Let's see. Who's your next favorite sibling, Poti, that you want to make sure you get this out to?
Philip Jr.
Philip Jr. Okay, and then Philip Jr. Same last name.
Correct.
Also in California.
Yeah.
Okay, and does he have a spouse, significant other?
No.
Okay, and your next after Philip Jr. Next sibling after Philip Jr.
William.
Last name same.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And also in California?
Yeah.
Spouse significant other form?
Yes.
Okay, who's next, who's next, who's next? And then all the siblings, take care of all Poti siblings. And for yourself, Reagan, let me make sure. Who's your next favorite sibling after Morgan here you want to get this out to?
Heather.
Heather. Same last name?
No.
No, different. What is it?
Oh goodness.
Anderson? I already say
Yeah,
Anderson.
Anderson.
Okay, awesome, very good. And then does she also live in California?
Yes.
Okay, and this is your other sister. Is she married, have significant other?
Significant other.
Significant other. Awesome. And who's your next favorite sibling after Heather?
No other siblings.
No other siblings. Then Poti, for you, who's your favorite cousin you want to get this out to?
Brandon?
Same last name?
No, I'll spell it. D-U-M.
B-U-M?
D as in David, U-M.
Mm-hmm.
B as in boy, U-Y-A.
Okay. And then also in California?
Yeah.
Is he married, have significant other?
No.
Awesome. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? You guys get the hint, right? You guys get the point. So I'm taking like a break in the script here. So make sure that you guys have like a list of like your plus leads so you can just hop over to the next one. I go cousins, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, best friends, coworkers. You guys can choose whichever order you guys want to. Cool. Now starting back up the top here for you, Poti and Reagan. Does Philip, your father, does he have the same area code as you? That's 650, or is it 408, same as me?
It's actually 404.
404. And what's the rest of that form?
974
Uh-huh.
8531.
8531, right. And then for Belinda, your aunt, 404 as well?
Yes.
What's the rest of that for her?
238 6588.
Very good. And then for Reagan, your dad, 404 as well, or 650?
404.
404. What's the rest of that form?
734.
Right, whatever it is, right? Perfect.
Yep.
Very good. Now pretend I sent out all this, write down all the phone numbers. We're good. We fill them all in, fill all the plus leads. Fantastic. Now, Poti and Reagan, I know that you guys text, but do all these people text?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna make this very easy for you. I'm gonna send you over a group message that gets sent to them. That way they know exactly what's going on and they can thank you for sending out this entire no cost veterans package to them. Let me know once you get my text. So pause. Poti, what's your actual phone number?
That was it, the 974. Uh-huh.
Okay. And then Shakir, you're next on the list here. Shakir, what's your phone number for me so I can send out this text?
803
Uh-huh.
605
Uh-huh.
7035
7735.
7035.
Awesome. So guys, this is how you send out that text message. Press on the SME group notification, press send text. I get notified. Oh, I should probably show you guys what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Okay, so then I share my, I'm sharing my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Obviously, I wouldn't be sharing it with the client. This is this message that I received down here. I copy it, phone number, copy text. I send off the second one by forwarding the message. I hold on it, press the more option, press the arrow to send it. In the bottom right hand corner, paste the two phone numbers, press send. Group message built. So Poti, let me know once you get my text message for you and your dad, Philip.
I got it.
Okay, if you can respond with thank you and call Justin, that'd be perfect. And we'll go on to the next one. got it. Great, awesome. Now, and we'll keep going down here. So go ahead and so we'll send it off to your Aunt Belinda. Let me know once you get my text. You got it, awesome. And then for Reagan, for your father, for Jeffrey, let me know once you get mine.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Sent that off. Respond with thank you. Call Justin. Yada yada yada. You guys get it. Now, for practice purposes only, I'm gonna pause right here. For practice purposes only, guys, whenever you guys have like a bunch of pluses like this, just delete them. Don't save them. Don't press the green save button. Just delete them. And then keep going through, practicing through HP Pro. Cool. Awesome. So let's see here. So guys, on to the most important reason why, or I apologize. If they have any questions on it, if any people have any questions just regarding on what you're sending out to them, my phone number is at the bottom of that text message, so they can always reach out to me if they have any questions. But just let them know right now that you're currently being taken care of by me, so I can't necessarily drop everything for them. Make sense? Okay, awesome. Now guys, the most important reason why I'm here today, have you guys heard of the company Globe Life before?
Can't say that I have, no.
Okay, no worries. Now they are the permanent benefits company that I was telling you about. But like I said before, it's gonna be really hard to qualify, but I'm gonna ask you guys some questions here in a second to see if I can get you in. Now, I do want to share my screen with you here to just quickly review your letter from your VSO. Let me know when you guys can see my screen.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. This is what the letter looks like on the front side, but on the back side is the mandatory read-off letter from the VSO. Now, from your VSO. Now, all this letter here is saying, Poti and Reagan, is as I go through these benefits with you, and if we see why all the members are so excited and waiting to get enrolled, we ask you to take advantage of it today out of respect to the other members waiting to be seen. Either way, we'll fill out a report card going right back to your VSO, letting you know I met with you guys today and went over everything. Is that fair? And the benefits that you qualify for. Is that fair?
Fair, yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, guys, a little bit about the company itself first, though. So Globe Life is the veterans permanent benefit company. They just take care of the permanent benefits for of course, your veterans, the policemen, firemen, electricians, teachers, and all 43,000 different unions and associations across the country. Now, their presidents are the actual people who endorse Globe Life's programs. So that's pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Now, guys, I'm not sure how familiar you are with these groups, but they do have the best benefits, and Globe Life does provide them. They are the highest rated for financial strength and claims paying ability. That simply means they just pay out really fast. Now, they've been servicing their veterans and union members since 1951 and have over 20 million members enrolled in their programs today. So you kind of understand why your VSO and all the other unions especially go with this company?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, guys, before I go any further, I do want to remind you that these benefits, they are private because they are meant for veterans. Now, they do have a certain philosophy. That philosophy is that these benefits should have been taken care of a long time ago. And if they're not already taken care of, get them taken care of now. Because number one, you need them. Two, if you don't get them taken care of now, you'll never do it. Or unfortunately, you won't be able to qualify for them later. So as I go through these benefits with you, if you see the need for them, you have to take advantage of it today. Just because you might know some people who got in, though, doesn't mean you automatically do. You do have to qualify. So I'm going to ask you guys right now some quick, just pre-qualifying medical questions, see if I can go any further. Is that fair?
Sounds fair.
Awesome. Pause. I do not share my screen for needs analysis. For pre-med questions, needs analysis, or plan generator. So for the next 3 steps that I'm sharing my screen for, I do not show them this. Okay, so for these medical questions here, guys, hold on, let me pull it open first. Okay, perfect. So for these first questions here, guys, I just need to make sure that I have your date of birth down correct. Poti, what's your date of birth for me? You can either use your own or use a fake one. It's up to you. Use your own or fake one. Doesn't matter.
My real one, July 12th, 1997.
Okay, and then for yourself, Reagan, your date of birth for me, you can either use your real one or use a fake one. Doesn't matter to me.
I'll just use my real one. June 17th, 2001.
Okay, perfect. So for these medical questions here, guys, I will need a verbal yes or no for these answers, and please be truthful with me. It does help with the underwriting process. First question here, do either one of you guys take any prescription medications, yes or no?
No.
Yes.
And Reagan, what do you take your medication for?
Anxiety.
What year is that diagnosed?
Uh, 2020.
How many medications are you taking for it?
Just one.
Very good. Have you guys ever had any major health issues in your lifetime, such as like any high blood pressure, diabetes, depression or anxiety, cancer, or any major surgeries other than your anxiety, Reagan? Anything else?
No.
Both of
I
you?
had surgery when I was a kid on my leg.
On your leg?
Hmm.
What was the surgery for?
Just bone straightening.
Okay,
leg
that's fine.
splints.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Awesome. Do you guys use tobacco in any form?
No.
Mm-mm.
How about any marijuana?
No.
Okay. Have you guys ever had any arrests?
No.
No.
How about DUIs?
No.
Okay. Have you and what major health issues run in your sides of the family? So Reagan, we'll start with your mom's side here first.
Okay. Arthritis
Mm-hmm.
from my mom and high blood pressure from my dad.
Okay. And how about for you, Poti, on your mom's side?
Dementia
Okay.
and glaucoma.
Okay. How about your dad's side?
Glaucoma from my dad.
Oh, okay.
So,
You're gonna try to make me spell that out. Cool. Perfect. Okay. And then John and Mary, Poti and Reagan, based on what you guys have told me here, I'm not sure if you're in yet, just because of the medication you're taking here, Reagan, for your anxiety and the health condition running your mom and dad's side of the families. And for your Poti, I'm not sure if you're in yet either, because of the health condition running your mom and dad's side of the family. What it does show me is that you guys do have a chance, so I can at least show you the benefits. The next part is your needs survey. It determines where your guys' needs are and how they can help you out the most. So Poti, I have your first and last name listed from your enrollment card, but your date of birth was 7/12/97. Is that correct?
that's correct. Mhm.
What's your official job title for me currently?
I'm a life insurance agent.
Okay. Very good. And then for yourself, Reagan, I have your first and last name listed here as well, and your date of birth as 6/17/2001, correct?
Yep.
And you said your official job title was teacher.
Yes.
Awesome. What's a good email I'll be sending everything over to today?
Yeah, Poti Robinson. Oh, you want my real one or?
No, I don't actually need it. No. And you have a good phone number for you, 404, whatever it was, and your zip code, whatever it is. Cool. First question on you guys' needs survey here. Do you guys have any dependent children under the age of 18? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys have any life insurance through work?
Yeah.
Okay, Reagan.
Yes.
Anything outside of work, guys?
No.
No.
No. Do you guys currently rent or own your home?
Rent.
Okay, very good. And then starting with you first, Poti, how much would you say you make in an hour?
45 an hour.
Okay, and for yourself, Reagan?
About 25.
Okay. And so going back over you there, Poti, how much would you say you take home a month after taxes?
I was 7,800.
Okay, and then for yourself, Reagan? To the best guess, best of your knowledge.
Roughly about 4,000.
Okay, awesome. Now, guys, I went ahead there and answered all into your needs survey. Like I said, it just figures out where your guys' needs are and how they can help you out the most. Now, for yourself, Poti, are you typically working about the 40-hour work weeks? Is that more? Is that less? What's it look like for you?
About 40. Yeah, 40 hours.
About 40. Okay. And then for yourself, Reagan, how many hours would you say you work a week?
About 35.
35. Okay. Now, I know you guys aren't union yourselves, but have you guys heard of the hour power philosophy before?
No.
No? Reagan?
Yes.
You have? Okay, awesome. Well, as you guys know, it's an old union principle. The states need to set aside at least 1 hour of your wages each week for your family in their future. Now, Reagan and Poti, I see a lot of families, and I'm not sure if you're like most of them, but most families waste half their money on things they don't even need, right? People are not setting aside not nearly enough for their family or their own future. So what union members and veterans do is they set aside just that 1 hour of their permanent benefits each week for their permanent benefit package. Now, the reason why they only do just that 1 hour is because it never makes a difference in the lifestyle. Would you agree?
Mhm.
Right.
Right? Because if you work one less hour a week, you're not going to notice the difference in your pay, will you?
No, not really.
Right? You're going to probably spend it on something you guys don't even need. So from this point forward, if you qualify, for you, Poti, 39 hours you can spend on whatever you like, and for you, Reagan, 34 hours spend on whatever you like. For you guys combined 1 hour will go towards your permanent benefits package. Does that make sense, guys, how the hour power philosophy works?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now, I'm going to show you guys what setting aside that 1 hour can do for you. Now, typically union members do make anywhere between, I would say between like $20 to $120 an hour. The average family does set aside anywhere between, I would say like $80 to $140 a week. What I'm going to show you is what's setting aside just your 1 hour, your $70, what that can do for you. Now you can do more, but as long as you're doing at least that 1 hour, the union says that you guys will be okay. You and your kids will be okay. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome, very good. Now I'm gonna go ahead right now, guys, and go ahead and share my screen with you. Okay, let me know when you guys can see my side.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So, Poti and Reagan, I'm gonna go over your veterans burial benefits right now. If you guys have any questions along the way, please stop me because it isn't something we're going to be doing later. Now, based off of that hour power philosophy and your needs survey, there are 4 areas that these benefits will take care of. The first area they're concerned with here is your funeral and final expenses. Now, so they're not so much concerned about if we die, right, Poti? They're not so much concerned about if we die, but when we die. Someone from our immediate family is going to have to go down to the funeral home, and the funeral business is like any other business. They're going to want all the money up front on the spot before they'll do anything. So what the union's created for you, Poti and Reagan, and for your kid here is what's called the freedom of choice. Now, guys, the reason why it's called the freedom of choice is because it is valid at all funeral homes, and it covers all the costs for your cremation or your burial. So let's just say, Poti, that you were to pass away for any cause of death. Reagan, all you'd have to do is take this certificate down to the funeral home, and when the funeral director says, Reagan, I'm so sorry for your loss, but how are you going to be paying for this today? All you have to do is present this certificate and say Poti had the freedom of choice. And from that point forward, everything's taken care of and you can just go home. Now, Reagan, is that nice to have that all taken care of for you and your family?
Yes.
Of course it is, right? Now, guys, it doesn't matter if you have other life insurance, it can take a long time to pay. This benefit does pay out immediately. It's the same thing that all the police and the firemen have. So what they've allocated for you guys' freedom of choice here is a little over $60,000 for both of you. And for your child under 18, they also have their own $10,000 freedom of choice, which they can always add to later as they get older. Okay, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Now, guys, how do you think most people pass away during their working years?
Heart attack.
Heart attack? You'd be pretty close there, Poti. It's actually from accidents. So you guys are to pass away from any type of accident, they're going to send you $230,000, and that goes on top of your freedom of choice. Now, when it comes to an auto accident, they're going to send you $260,000, once again, right on top of your freedom of choice there. And of course, a common carrier, they're going to send you $290,000 on top of your freedom of choice. Now, what they mean by common carrier here, guys, is anything you pay a fare for. So buses, trains, planes, taxis, Ubers, anything that runs on a schedule, they send you $290 on top. Okay. Now, the second area they are concerned with here is regarding your injuries. Now, they realize, Poti and Reagan, that you do have medical and workers' compensation. But what they're concerned with is your loss of wages and other expenses they're adding when you are injured. So let's say, Poti, that you end up in a hospital bed. Even though those medical bills are taken care of, no one's just paying you to be there. And Reagan, when you get that phone call that Poti's in the hospital, you're not working either, right? You're right by his side and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And God forbid anything happens to your guys' kid, then both of you guys aren't working. So what they've allocated for you guys here is $150 just for taking the time to get that injury looked at. Now that's for any type of accident here, guys. So whether you scrape your knee, you need stitches on or off the job, this 150 goes directly to you in your pocket. The only exception is that if you have to stay overnight in the hospital, they're going to send you $300 a day for up to 1 full year. Now that's $2,100 a week. Now when that money comes in, is that going to be enough to help out the family?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, of course it will. The only exception to that there is you end up in the ICU. They're going to send you $600 a day for up to 2 full weeks. Now the reason why it's $4,200 a week there is because when you're in the ICU, it's generally a life or a death situation. So things will either get better for you and you go back to your daily hospital benefit, or unfortunately things get worse, at least your funeral and final expenses, right? Now the last area they are concerned with here, Poti and Reagan, is regarding your guys' paychecks. Now let's just say, Poti, that you died tomorrow from a bad car wreck or a heart attack. Do your paychecks continue to come in and support Reagan and your child?
I believe so, yes.
Your paychecks will not. Once your paychecks are gone, the money stops coming in, but all the bills are still there, right? So with the union, Union and Veterans Association, your Veteran Service Organization have created for you guys here is called the Paycheck Protection Benefit. That way, Poti, your paycheck would keep coming in to Reagan and your child each month for at least 12 months. The reason why they say at least 12 months because it takes a long time to adjust. So what they've allocated for you here, Poti, if you were to pass away, is that Reagan would receive your paycheck of $7,900 a month for 30 months. And if something were to happen to you, Reagan, Poti would receive your paycheck of $4,100 a month for 30 months. Are you guys starting to see why all the VSO members and unions have this as part of their program?
Yes.
Exactly, right? Now, not only do people enroll in these programs here because of these benefits and because it just encompasses everything in one, but because it has what's called an emergency fund. What that means that after 3 years, if things ever get tight for you financially, there will be some money built up in the program to help pay for itself. They also have what's called a paid up benefits option on your burial benefit here, meaning once you guys turn the age of 65 and you're ready to retire, you don't have to worry about paying for anything, you get to keep it as it is. That's pretty cool, right?
Yes.
Very good. Now, if you guys are diagnosed with a terminal illness, what they're going to do here is they're going to send you half your money, if you're ever diagnosed with a terminal illness and you're not expected to live more than 12 months, they're going to send you half your money while you're still living. The other half goes to your family once you're gone.
Okay.
But the most important part here, guys, is that these benefits, they are guaranteed and non-cancelable. That simply means it doesn't matter what happens to your health, age, or habits after today, they can never take these benefits away from you. Now, Poti and Reagan, does that make sense? Because that's the most important part.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Now, Poti and Reagan, these are your veterans' burial benefits. They are set up like a payroll deduction, but it's once a month through your own checking account. Now, guys, that's important because when you guys decide to change jobs or retire, you don't have to worry about losing these benefits because they're under your control. It's not your employer's. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. But guys, probably the most important question I have to ask you is, let's say something were to happen to both of you. You know, like sorry, let me back up here. As you guys know, everyone dies, right? We don't have a choice. The union's motto is very simple. You want to take care of this when you're young, when you're healthy, and when this is affordable. Because if you don't, later on the road, your family's going to be in trouble. Does that make sense?
Right.
Exactly. But guys, probably the most important question I do have to ask you here is, let's say something were to happen to both of you, like a bad car wreck, and there's a little over, let's see, let me share my screen here. There's a little over $642,000 here, plus your guys' paycheck for 30 months. Who would you want that money to go to?
Well, since our kids are young, we'll give it to my dad.
Your dad? Your dad was Philip, correct?
Correct.
Perfect. Now, Poti and Reagan, I don't care what program you go with here. Most families do go with the program I showed them, which is their 1 hour, $70 a week. Now, a lot of families do ask if they can do more just because they waste so much money. So there is a 2 hour, $140 a week program, which does double all the benefits you see here. But there are just some people that just say, hey, Justin, can I stick with the 1 hour program, get used to it and add to it later? And you can always do that too. So Poti and Reagan, if you guys qualify, which one do you guys want? The 1 hour, $70 a week, the 2 hour, $140 a week, or stick with the 1 hour and just add to it later?
I'll say we stick with the 1 hour.
Yeah.
1 hour,
Sure.
add to it later. Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys are in yet here. I do have to ask you guys some medical questions. They are 35 yes or no's. If you pass, then you're in. I'll help you guys fill out your application. I will re-explain your benefits. We'll be done in about 15 to 20 minutes. Is that fair?
Sounds fair.
Awesome. Now there's the flip side too. Obviously, you get thinkers. Poti and Reagan might see the weekly and they'd be like, "Whoa, wait a minute. Monthly, what is that? $280 or more? It's actually 300 or so. If we just check real quick, $300, almost 300, 303, right? So then we get then we get thinkers, right? So Poti and Reagan, let's try to do that one. So you said you want to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Poti and Rig, I understand you guys want to think about it. Can you guys go ahead and fill out the report card for me? Lets the union know that I met with you guys today and went over everything. Let me know when the screen switches over for you.
See it.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. Now, the first question here is regarding the no cost package today. What did you like the best? Was it the health savings discount card or your last will and testament?
I like the discount card.
The discount card? Okay, awesome. And if it was here, I'd put it on, but I don't see it. Okay. And the second question here is regarding the permanent portable coverages today. What did you like the best? Was it your freedom of choice for burial or cremation, the accidental hospital benefits for any on or off workplace injuries, or your income protection? It takes your guys' paychecks.
Freedom of choice.
Freedom of choice. How about for yourself, Poti?
I like the income protection for my family.
Good. That's what most members say. So the last question here is regarding the representatives today, myself. You guys do belong to a VSO, but regarding me, was I kind of encouraged today from 1 to 5 stars, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best?
5 stars.
I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Was the respect of your guys' time today from 1 to 5?
5 stars.
Appreciate that. Do you believe this program is a value from 1 to 5?
Yes, 5
5.
stars.
Okay. Any additional comments you'd like to add at this time?
Thanks for the
No. Yeah.
Comments? Okay, awesome. No worries. Perfect. So guys, do you have any other questions for me?
I don't think so. Not at this time.
Okay, no worries. Well, guys, only one other question for you. So when members say they want to think about it, it is rare, but it could be generally for 1 of 3 reasons. Either they feel like the benefits didn't make sense to them, they feel like they don't need all the benefits, or it's just an affordability issue for them at this time. Which one was it for you guys?
portability, right?
Affordability.
Mhm.
Reagan, you agree? Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, Poti and Reagan, I'm honestly really glad you guys told me this. The most important thing is just getting in while you can and having this all finished. So let's just start out with a smaller program. Luckily for you guys, the VSO does have a couple other options available for you. Now, there is a $65 week program and a $60 week program. I recommend you guys go with the 65 because it keeps their benefits that I showed you pretty much all the same. It is important to know, though, that whichever program you guys do choose, you can always go back up to your full hour next year when I see you. So Poti and Reagan, if you guys qualify, which one do you guys want? The 65 or the 60 to start out?
I still think it's too much.
I still think it's too
Yeah.
much. Reagan, you agree? Okay, guys,
Mhm.
like I mentioned, like I said, not a problem. The most important thing is getting in while you can and have this all finished. So what we need to do then is get you set up with more of a basic program. You guys know why they call it the basic program?
No.
Because everyone can afford it. Everyone can afford it, right? You can always increase it later on down the road, and I'll be the representative to do that for you. We just need to make sure that you qualify. Is that fair?
Yes.
Right.
Awesome. So the basic program, I forgot to tell you what that was. It's just half, so $35 a week right now. So roughly right around,
40, 50.
150, $140 a month. Okay, so we'll start with that here. I'm not sure if you're in yet. I do have to ask you guys some medical questions like I mentioned before. They are 35 yes or no's. You passed and you're in. I'll help you guys fill out your application. I'll re-explain your benefits. We should be done here in about 15 to 20 minutes. Is that fair?
Sounds good.
So let's just say we go with the down close program. I'm going to pause really quick. Let's say we do go with the down close program. Granted, $70 a week for, I'm just being realistic here, for a 21 and 26-year-old might not be the best move because they will cancel probably because they won't not be able to afford it unless they get huge raises later on. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I down close a program to a basic. I go straight over here to plan generator, plan options, go to plan option 2. I just say like this is the I'll just say basic. Okay. So when we go here to the second tab for basic, instead of doing combined hourly, go to custom, change that from 70 to 35, right? Because that's the no custom hourly. And you'll see our parameters have now changed to $35 a week, $151 a month. I'm now negative 35. So what am I going to do? I need to take off coverage from these benefits here to get this down to 0. Starting with paycheck, I will always drop this first. This will expire in 10 years, so I always drop this first. So I do the same for John and Mary, or sorry, I do the same for Poti and Reagan here. I go from 2.5, I'll try 1.5, just take off a year, see what happens. If I need to take off more, I will. Okay, it barely made a dent. So I'm gonna bring it down to a year. And I'm gonna reduce the LPU to, let's just try 30,000 for right now and see what happens. Still negative. So then I'll probably,
Maybe reduce ADB.
I can reduce ADB to 100 grand. I'm just halving everything for right now to kind of see where that leads me.
Would you change the LPU though to whole life instead?
Not necessarily, because I already pitched it to them saying their benefits are paid, they can pay it up to 65. So unless I absolutely have to, I will, but because it does make it a lot cheaper. But in this case, since I can slip in 30,000 LPU 65 and they have 72 cents remaining positive, I'll just allocate this now to their paycheck and I'll call it a day. Like this is a pretty good program based off of their age anyway. So then I just need to check my work, right? Go to benefits summary, check it real quick. There's no gaps. Yep, looks good. And then, I mean, we can always compare the two, right? So this is the first one. They're based off 1 hour, $70 a week. So they're basic now. We didn't touch their hospital. We halved everything else. It's a good thing. It's good to start out with. This is a good program to start out with.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I do now, guys, is I click on the benefits summary once again, one more time. Then I click on the EAP summary. These are the numbers that I'm transferring over to EAP. So I go ahead, I keep my screen, or I don't share my screen once again, but I'm going to show you guys what I do. What can you guys see?
Don't you share the screen and throw in the benefits summary again, though?
Nope, I don't share my screen for benefits summary. Actually, yes, I do. I do share my screen on the benefits summary to show them the comparison between the two, just to let them know, like this. Yeah.
You choose all the amounts, like that's like disclosure, right?
Yes. That was my review of the benefits with them. So then I just press start presentation here to fill out their application, and the rest is like the same as any given sit. Now, before I start filling out the application here, guys, just for the recording purposes, actually, I'll just finish the application first then, right? Oops. Oh, shoot. Shoot. I went too fast and I closed the entire thing.
But if that happens during an actual sit, do we say, "Oh shoot, Justin"?
Absolutely. You start cussing like a sailor. You go for it. Let it rip. No, you don't want to do that. This is being recorded too. I apologize, Jenny. Don't get mad.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't say a curse word. You just said shoot.
I know. I just said shoot. Okay. It's going to take a second to load. Let me just look at the comment section real quick, see if you have any questions I can answer. I know that you skipped over the "do you know what this meeting is about?" I mean, yeah, you can always throw that in. Do you know what this meeting is about? But that's what A2 is for. So I just make sure if they don't understand A2, then I go back. I see what you did there to make sure they have physical thing. Yep. I said I didn't mind saying. Yeah, so Jerry, when you're entering sponsorships and you need to fill in a city, in order to blank that out, just put a dash. Okay, loaded. Cool. So we press start presentation. Okay, we press start presentation. What can you guys see right now? Okay, awesome. Oh, wait, just kidding. I think I already built one. Yeah, there he is. go. Okay, and then Bell, comma, Reagan. And then Reagan and Poti, what's the last name and then first name of your guys' child?
James. So James Robinson.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's see here. And then Poti, once again, date of birth 7/12/97. Oops.
Correct. Hmm.
Okay. And then for you, Reagan, 6/17/2001.
Yep.
Date of birth for your guys' child. I'll just make one up.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Let's see here. Oops. And you guys said you both don't smoke, is that correct?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay. Since I have you guys here and since it's being recorded, this is awesome. So if they did decide to go with their 1 hour, $70 a week, this is a really good opportunity for you guys to pitch Head Starts with them because you can allocate some of that LPU coverage because that's 60,000 worth of whole life insurance. You can get it down like 50,000, so like have it, have like some extra premium left over and get two Head Start or a Head Start program set up so they can get their own kid in with 25,000 of LPU. You know what I mean? So if you notice they make a lot of money and it's almost excessive what you're giving them, I would actually take off some of like maybe some whole life, maybe some term, depending on how much it costs, and actually get a Head Start program built for them. So they might see more value in that, and it'll actually make them keep their policy longer because they know that their kid has a full policy on it now. So just another thing to kind of think about when you guys are seeing people with a lot of money and they're young, you can always pitch Head Starts here. This is like when I always say you guys when they're rich or when they have like a lot, not rich, when they have like excess money and they don't know what to do with it, this is what you do. Cool.
Hmm.
Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. So for these medical questions here, Poti and Reagan, I do need a verbal yes or no for these answers, and please be truthful. It does help with the underwriting process. First question: have you guys ever been treated for any alcoholism or alcohol abuse or been a member of AA?
No.
Have you guys used any street drugs?
No.
Have you guys ever had your driver's license suspended or revoked?
No.
Have you guys flown as a pilot or flight attendant on a scheduled airline?
No.
Any auto, motorcycle, or boat racing, parachute jumping, skin scuba, or skydiving as a profession?
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
Have you guys been diagnosed with any high blood pressure, chest pain, heart attack, stroke, any heart blood circulatory disorder?
No.
How about any diabetes or endocrine disorders?
Mm-mm.
How about any paralysis, epilepsy, mental disease, or disorder, or anything, or any anxiety or depression?
Yes.
Right. Reagan. How about any arthritis and injury to your back, knees, or any of your joints?
Mm-mm.
To the best of your knowledge and belief, are you guys healthy?
Yes.
How about any cancer, tumor, unexplained masses?
No.
Cancer, tumor, unexplained masses?
No. For 26, it looked like you put no.
Yeah, I did put no. Yeah, I asked the question if they're healthy because it's easier to ask. Any physical impairment or departure from good health? Oh my goodness. So I always say, are you guys healthy? So there's, so that's just no. In the last 5 years, have you had a physical?
Mm-hmm.
Poti?
Yes, I have. Yes.
In the last 5 years, have you had any medical treatment, including prescription meds?
No for me.
Oh, other than your anxiety medication, Reagan?
No.
Okay. Have you guys in the last 5 years had to stay overnight in the hospital,
No for me.
other than for the birth of your child?
No.
Okay. Are you guys currently resident in a nursing home and diagnosed with terminal illness, including Alzheimer's?
No.
How about any asthma, emphysema, sleep apnea, or respiratory disorder?
No.
Mm-mm.
How about any ulcer, colitis, or other digestive tract disorder?
Mm-mm.
Cirrhosis, hepatitis, liver disorder?
No.
Any kidney, prostate, urinary bladder, other genitourinary disorders?
No.
Disease of the breast, uterus, or ovaries?
Mm-mm.
Rheumatoid arthritis and other musculoskeletal disorder?
Nope.
Complete loss of hearing, complete loss of sight?
No.
AIDS or AIDS-related complex?
No.
Have you tested positive for the antibodies to the HIV virus?
No.
How about any unplanned weight loss, lymph node enlargement, recurring fever, diarrhea, or pneumonia?
No.
And you guys said you both don't smoke, and that includes marijuana, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there is a questionnaire here for depression or anxiety. You said you were diagnosed with it back in 2021, correct?
2020.
2020, so 3 years ago. Okay. And then you do currently take medication. What's the name of the medication?
Escitalopram.
Ooh, how do I spell that? E-S, maybe not E-S.
It is ESCI.
Sometimes what I do is I literally just look it up. Escatala. Oh, there it is. See? Escatal. Okay.
It's also called Lexapro.
Even easier because everyone they know what Lexapro is, or home office does. And what's the dosage on that?
10 milligrams.
Okay. Were you hospitalized for anxiety? Yes or no?
No.
Have you ever missed time from work? Yes or no?
No.
Are you currently disabled due to the condition? Yes or no?
No.
What's the name of your doctor who sees you or treats you for it? Last name and city. That's all I need.
What's this? Yeah, Dr. Smith in San Jose.
Awesome. And I have a Dr. Smith here located on 827 Blossom Hill. Is that correct?
Yep.
Awesome. And when were you last seen by Dr. Smith? How long ago?
That was about this time last year.
Okay, very good. Have you received any treatment from a psychologist, psychiatrist, yes or no?
No.
Awesome. Very good. No other questionnaires. Okay. And what is your guys' name and what's the guys' name of your guys' primary care provider? I just need the last name and city, and I can find the rest. Is it Dr. Smith?
Yes.
For
For
both
me.
of you?
Both of us.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
awesome. What's going on here? Okay, I have his phone number listed here as 408-224-1133. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and when were you, Poti, last seen by Dr. Smith? How long ago?
September of this year.
September of this year?
Hmm.
Oh, September. Whoops. Awesome. And you guys are currently located in San Jose, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when home office has to give you a call just to verify medical records, when's the best time for that to happen? Mornings, afternoons, evenings, or all day is fine?
Afternoons.
Afternoons are best.
Probably.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. If you guys haven't done so already for me, go ahead and grab your driver's licenses. This will help me fill out the rest of your application a lot faster here.
Okay.
Okay, so as you guys remember, right, so this is the point where they walk away and I fill out the application where I can, starting with the coverage amounts. So I just go straight over to the HP Pro. And once again, EAP summary is already pulled open for me. So I know I gave them both 30,000 LPU and 98,437 for Poti's term life insurance for his 10 YRC. So LPU 30,000 for both. Okay. Paycheck for Poti, just paste it in there. Go back to the application or go back to HP Pro. Control C for Reagan's. I gave them 100,000 ADB, just halving it. Okay, child rider 10,000. Triple. 156.64. I check back on the application on HP Pro. I can add 2 cents somewhere. It actually, you know, if you guys really want, I mean, because it does add up. I promise you, it does. So you don't want to jip yourself cents if you guys can add it. What I'll do is I'll just throw it on right here. Just add 3 cents, or just add, done. 156.66. Cool. If you're just off by a couple cents, just add it on somewhere. You'll be fine. Great. Okay, so I have your coverage amounts all filled in. Do you guys have your driver license ready for me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. For you first, Poti, well, actually, Poti and Reagan, were you guys all born in California?
Yes.
For you, Poti, first, what's the height and weight listed on your driver's license?
5'6",
Weight listed.
180.
Okay, and of course, if you guys just want to check, go to Adult and Juvenile height and weight build chart, brings you over to this page, 5'6", 180, he's average, we're good. Okay, driver license number, don't worry, I got it for California. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then for yourself, Reagan, height and weight listed on your driver's license?
I am 5'8" and
Listed.
192.
92. Once again, quick check if you guys need to. 5'8", 192, totally fine. Application and your driver's license number for me. Don't worry, I got it.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. Very good. And then for James, your 1-year-old. Wait, what did I say? For your 1-year-old. Is the average height and weight for his age?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so probably 29 inches, 20 pounds. Okay, very good. And you said for you, Poti, you're an insurance agent, is that correct? Oops.
Correct. Hmm.
What company do you work for?
American Income.
Yeah,
Well-
this would be considered controlled business if we did this, but okay. And then teacher, and what's the name of the school district that you work for, Reagan? San Jose School District?
Yep.
Okay. What's a good mailing address for you guys for the policy?
Yeah, 123 Main Street. Yep.
As you guys can tell here, this is all just basic data entry, right? You're just asking, filling in addresses, phone numbers, whatever it is. Once again, for the phone numbers, you want to make sure that you fill in 2 phone numbers so that you can, if home office can't reach the first one, they can call the wife or go vice versa, whatever it is. What's a good email address for the DocuSign?
Yep, that one.
Awesome. And for your primary beneficiary, Poti, you want to list Reagan, correct?
That's correct.
And then for you, Reagan, you want to list Poti?
Yes.
And then you said you wanted to list your father, right, Poti, as your contingent?
That's correct.
Okay. And then that's okay to list yours contingent as his dad?
Yes.
Very good. You guys are U.S. citizens, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Perfect. For you first, Poti, what's your social? Whatever it is. And then for you, Reagan, what's yours? Whatever it is. Cool. And if you guys haven't done so already for me, go ahead and grab a piece of paper and pencil handy. And this is the part where we just go right into the script. Oops. Okay, you guys ready for me?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys need to let me know before I go ahead and validate?
Nothing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect. What's going on here? Okay, perfect. So good news for you here, Poti and Reagan. It came back and everything looks good on my end. So congratulations, you're covered as of today. Now you will be receiving a DocuSign, which is your conditional receipt. Please do not lose that conditional receipt. Now, I want to make sure I cover everything from now until you guys receive your policy. The first thing here is that you'll be receiving a phone call from home office. They're going to ask if I was nice to you today and that you answered all the medical questions. That'll be from a 254 or 800 number. So make sure you guys write that down. Now, the first premium just has a one-time $5 processing fee that unfortunately I cannot waive. And that'll be coming out here in the next 3 to 5 business days. Now, I know we decided on your basic program, which was $35 a week, which came out to $156 a month, or 150. Yeah, 150.
Yeah, so 156. I think that's what.
151 a month. Now I know it's not much because we're just going off the basic program right now, but I'm that person who wants to make sure that's comfortable for you guys, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Now every month after this here, Reagan and Poti, you can choose the day you want it to come out. Which day would you like that to be? I recommend, so you guys don't get double drafted, that you do choose anything between the 8th and the 21st. Which day would you guys like to choose?
How about the 10th?
That'll
That
work.
means that your next monthly draft date, guys, won't be until January 10th. Write that down.
Okay.
Okay. Which bank would you guys like to use?
Wells Fargo.
Was that opened up in San Jose?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And what's the account number? So while they're finding the account number on their mobile banking app or their blank check, I'm pulling open bank verification, which I typically have saved as like a tab up here. And I'm looking up the routing number for Wells Fargo for California. I have it right here. I copy it, Control C, go back to bank verification, paste it in. I know the amount's 156.66. Name is Poti, last name Robinson. And you guys get the gist after this point. Okay, enter the phone number down there. Awesome. They find the account number. Verify, green check mark, we're good. So now I copy the routing number, go back to the application, go over here to the account number, copy it, checking, validate. Okay. Now I'm going to pause really quick right here. I'm glad this is recorded as well. If you guys are practicing filling out banking information, it will not verify, it will not validate actually on the application unless you use an actual routing number. So just look up one for the state, whatever it is, just look up a real one, put it in there, and you can put whatever account number you want. Just make sure that the routing number is correct or it will not validate properly. Cool?
Yeah.
Awesome. So then we went over this. We went over which bank you guys want to use. Now, typically, right here, guys, this next few steps, I go over this once the screens, once I have all blue glasses. So I open and close each of these forms here. Nice, open and close up until I get to oral specimen. And oral specimen, type this in. So during this time, it can either be, dead silent, whatever it is. You can have them go to the bathroom if they want to, but this part should be very quick. Or you can just talk, doesn't matter. Okay, awesome. So guys still have that piece of paper and pencil still handy?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Awesome. I want you guys to write this down for me. In the next couple of weeks here, they'll be pulling medical records and 3 things can happen. The first thing can happen is everything matches what we went over today. Whoops. Everything matches what we went over today. You'll receive your policy a lot faster. Now, the second thing here is that if there are some major concerns you forgot to mention in your medical records, you will get a rating. That means you'll pay a couple more dollars a month for the policy, or they'll reduce your coverage slightly. Either way, I'll be the first person to let you know. Third thing here is if there's something major you forgot to mention, like a terminal illness or felony, you'll be declined. That means they'll refund you your money, and at this time, they'll not let you in with the permanent benefits. Now, on the off chance here, Poteet and Reagan, they ask you for an exam, like a physical. It's still a good thing. They come to your house and it's all paid for. Just make sure you schedule that as soon as possible. You'll be receiving your policy here in the mail in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Keep it in a safe place. Okay. So right here, guys, I'll be sending you guys an email for your DocuSign. I wanted to confirm your email. I'll be sending it over to once again. I have jksasano9@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. And then your phone number that I'll be sending it over to, I have 404, whatever it was, 483 92.
yeah, that's the number.
49. Oh shoot, I already forgot it. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I'll just put in my phone number, so I'm not doing this over and over again. Okay. And then for you, Reagan, what's a good email I'll be sending your DocuSign over to? Oops.
Yep.
Okay. What did I miss? Oh, this one's correct. Oh, it must mean this one's not. Yeah. What? What the heck is going on here? Interesting.
There we go.
And then your phone number, Reagan, one more time, whatever it is, right? So I can send it off to you individually. And we submit. Now what I'm doing here, guys, I'm just finalizing everything on my side. I'll apply my signatures where I need to. You'll be receiving your DocuSign here in the next minute or so, so pull up in your emails for me. So Reagan on your own phone, and then of course Poti on your phone. I'm gonna walk you guys through it together.
Okay.
Now once you guys have it, the email you'll be receiving is called American Income Life via DocuSign. Oops. Okay. You guys have any fun plans coming up for the weekend?
Work.
Work. I'll be
Work.
working too, don't worry.
Yeah.
How about yourself, Reagan? What are you doing this weekend?
Taking the kid for a stroller ride at the park.
You have a more fun weekend planned than both me and Poti. Let's see here. Okay, good. Okay, go ahead and pull up your emails. You should be receiving it right around now. You receive the text message first. Once you guys get the text message, it's the same thing. So you can either do it on your phone or you can do it on your computer. It doesn't matter. But click on that link once you receive my text message. So you should be receiving it right now.
I got it.
Okay, great. So go ahead and click on that link for me, and it's gonna say it's gonna ask you to verify. No, sorry, it's gonna ask for allow for terms and conditions. So basically allowing yourself to use electronic signatures. So just go ahead and select continue, and once you do so, it's gonna show you the entire application itself. Now, when you're looking at the application, in order to start signing, there's a yellow start button in the upper left-hand corner. Just go and click on that once, and it's gonna bring to your first signature input. You can either write it in or you can type it in, whatever you want. But make sure when you do so and you press next, the next one, you just press next and it'll apply your signature for you. Now, once you're done, Poti and Reagan, it's very important that you press finish. If you don't press finish, there's no way for me to send it off to home office. So make sure you guys press finish on your side and let me know once you do so.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Let me just check on my side here. I press refresh a couple of times. It populates down here. We're good to go. Right. So this refresh button is going to be key for you guys to make sure that you receive it back on your side on eApp. Okay, and once again, oh no, it's frozen now. I went file and then submit sales status screen, brought you over to this page. That's frozen. Okay. Now, Poti and Reagan, if you guys have any other questions for me, I'll be giving you guys a call tomorrow anyway. So if you guys need anything from me, you guys can always reach out to me. Now, just going forward in general, though, I'm your agent for life. So unless something happens to me first, I'll be the one taking care of you guys moving forward. Now, luckily, you guys are super young and you just had your first kid. If you guys decide to have another kid, make sure you let me know so I can add them onto the policy as well. Now we can talk about, bringing back up to your full hour. I know we started with the basic program. That's totally fine to start out right now. But next year when I see you guys, we'll make sure to upgrade it back up to your full hour, or at least something similar too. Make sense?
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, guys, if you have any other questions for me, I'll be giving you a call anyway tomorrow, so I'll talk to you then. But if not, you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Sound good?
Sounds
Sure
good. Thank
thing.
All right,
Thank you.
guys, have a good one. Bye-bye. And then I'll end the Zoom. They get kicked off. I do coaching call with Jenny, kind of figure out if I could have done anything better, whatever it was. Cool?